Across the UK, on DAB digital radio, on the free Times Radio app, and on your smart speaker.
Hugo Rifkind on Times Radio with SSE. Live from London and the home of the Times, it's Hugo Rifkind.
Now let's hit the press.
Starmer to give winter fuel rebels short shrift,
says the front page of the Times, while The Guardian has...
Scores of MPs could refuse to back Starmer over cut in fuel payments.
Which is less of a headline and more of a sentence, but should be considered alongside the front page of the Daily Mail, which says...
Labour said cutting OAP winter fuel cash could kill 4,000.
Underlining the word Labour in its fury. And when you add to that...
Axing of winter fuel payments was cruel, planned betrayal.
In the Express and...
Streeting not remotely happy over winter fuel cuts.
That's the Telegraph, speaking of Wes. Then what you have here is either one huge story dominating the agenda or, feasibly, evidence of a slightly slow news day the day before. Also on politics, several papers give us the latest developments in the huge story of Keir Starmer removing that portrait of Margaret Thatcher, with the Express saying...
Keir puts us in the picture over portrait.
And the Sun saying...
Maggie dismay!
And the Mail explaining...
I removed Maggie portrait because I don't like people looking down on me, says Starmer.
Which makes him sound insane. We also learned that...
World's deadliest chick hatches in Cotswolds wildlife attraction.
In the Telegraph, which might sound like a new Marvel film in which Scarlett Johansson gets born leather-clad from an egg, but is actually a story about the southern cassowary, which the Times agrees...
is often called the world's most dangerous bird.
Because it can grow up to 6 foot tall and has what a keeper describes as...
dagger-like 10-centimetre claws.
Although not to worry, because the Times adds...
Wildlife experts are quick to point out that humans are far more likely to suffer a snake bite or be bitten by a dog than be attacked by a cassowary.
Albeit, presumably, not while you're in a cage with one. In royal news, meanwhile, The Sun says that King Charles III is about to return to duties with...
renewed vigour.
While the Times tells us that...
the King is keen to find a way to solve the issue of the York's living situation.
Which perhaps sounds more sinister than it ought to. And the Telegraph notices that...
the Duchess of Sussex was joined by friend Oprah Winfrey as she spoke at the opening of a bookshop in California.
With the Mail explaining that she was described as just one of the evening's...
light-filled speakers.
Which makes her sound like something you'd buy in John Lewis. I'm Hugo Rifkind. This is Times Radio. Hello.